Hi there. So, it's been a while. I wanted to update you on what's going on. First of all, Shadywoods. So, Shadywoods is making the rounds in through the festivals, which takes a while, and most of them will be done in autumn. And Shadywoods has already won one award at a very tiny Japanese festival and made finalist at a London TV film festival and some other place I forgot about. So that's what you have to kind of live with if you're doing festivals, is basically a lot of rejection. This is Film Freeway, which is a portal that allows you to quickly send off all the assets that you need to enter a competition or a festival. So you upload your main video and posters and director statement, and then you can just basically register certain festivals and it'll automatically be sent there. So if you look at this, you can see Fungus and Mold, first, second, third episode, and Shadywoods and Fungus and Mold. You see this here, this black thing here, 31 not selected. Yeah, this not selected. This is the reality of going to festivals, and this was with minor festivals. Got 6 awards. Actually, I got 7 awards. One was from a festival that is not using Film Freeway. So that was fairly successful. Second episode, I didn't really do many festivals, so didn't really read much. Same here. I tried again with the third episode, 22 not selected, 1 finalist, 1 nominee, no award whatsoever. And with Shadywoods right now is 30 undecided, still pending. 16 already ditched me, and 2 finalists, 1 selected. It's a bit weird because the selected one is actually the one where I got an award, but I think on Film Freeway they just said, I'm selected. This is so much about festivals. And, doing the festivals again felt to me like I'm a bit tired of it. Because eventually, if you want to win a prize at a festival, you have to actually be very psychological. I mean, normally you can only go to the festivals where you know the people, the jury, like the kind of contents you make, and the kind of topics and the kind of style you have, and it's kind of strategic. And I feel like you're just catering to some people with a very weird taste in videos often. And if you are commercial and not artsy or fancy or kind of deep meaning filmmaker, then you're not going to win much. That's the thing. And I'm kind of tired of that. And I'm tired of asking for permission to be creative and asking for permission to make this series. And I also don't have the budget to keep on doing Shadywoods because, as I said, the two main characters are voiced by 2 professional voice actors, which did a fantastic banging job, But the harsh reality is, without any kind of funding or budget, I cannot go on with Shadywoods. So I guess unless a miracle happens and somebody picks me up and says, let's do a whole season, and I'm going to hear is a few $1 million, Shadywoods will end with the pilot and just hang there in limbo forever. Having said that, I was aware of that, and it was pretty clear to me that it's not going to go anywhere, probably. And so I really planned to do a reboot of Fungus and Mold because, well, this one is showing its age. It's the first animation I've ever done. I can't really watch it anymore. It's kind of really just so many things that are just wrong with it, especially the pilot. And I thought, if I'm going to continue Fungus and Mold because I like the characters, I'd have to reboot it. I have to kind of draw the line and say, okay, that was the first attempt, let's just redo this thing. And so I thought, I tried to rewrite the story, I tried to slightly massage the characters into something else, but it never felt right. It never felt like this is where Fungus and Mold should go, and it really didn't have any good ideas for any new stories because I had written so many stories for the old Fungus and Mold that it's so ingrained in me now. This is what fungus is, this is what mold is, this is what the world is, that changing anything too massively about that felt like destroying a legacy. It just felt wrong. It didn't feel like this is something I should be doing. And so then I thought, like, okay, let's just think about, can I do a different sci-fi? And I was into kind of retro stuff, and I was researching into the German Empire, and I thought, hey, what about some steampunk thing? And I had this idea, and then I was working with my son on a logo with deer and stags, and I thought, like, hunting, that could be maybe something, you know, steampunk hunting that fits the whole narrative. And then I created a character, a bunch of characters. I had a few ideas. So there was this hunter guy, and he would be hunting all kinds of fantastic beasts and monsters throughout the galaxy. That was the first idea. And it first looked like this. That was the main character I had initially. And then I felt, yeah, but if it's all too... while I like steampunk, if it gets a bit too steampunky, it also almost looks like some weird S&M fantasy thing, and it gets kind of like off-putting to me personally. So I thought it has to be a kind of a clean sci-fi future with some steampunky elements, but not too dark, cogwheel, steam level of kind of thingy. And anyway, so I did this guy, and he felt a bit too antiquated with that beard, you know, that goes all the way to the, what do you call these parts here? And then I redrew him again with a normal mustache. Where is he? And that didn't feel right either. And then I thought, like, this guy kind of, that hair, if you shave the sides off a bit, you know, played with that. And then I had this kind of slightly hipster look, you know. Suddenly he has this all the hair shaved off here. He's got those glasses, and he wears this very German hunting clothing, you know, lederhosen, knee-length pants, knee-length socks, and the gumspot, whatever you call this, the tuft of a, what's again, chamois tuft, the gumspot, you're me. And yeah, and I thought, like, oh, I'm gonna do this. And I don't really recall how this happened, but I had this epiphany then, where I thought, like, oh, I want to bring in more modern elements, like social networks and phones, and then it kind of struck me, like, what about if that guy, that hunter, wasn't a hunter, but some social influencer dude who just poses with guns? He's just this poser. He's completely hopeless. And then I had this, it went on, and the idea was, like, oh, he comes from a legacy of hunters. So all his grandparents, great-grandparents, like, this is his great-great-great-granddad was a big hunter. And then there is the original main character became then an ancestor. Where is he? So there's another ancestor of his, another ancestor of his, another ancestor of his, and now the main character became this hipster dude who inherited all that gear, all the clothing, some trophies, and he himself is useless. And so what he did then essentially was, maybe he dyed the clothing into some more hip colors, like this purple stuff here. And what he does then is he just poses on social media with his stuff. Like he's manly, he's doing the Sigma kind of thingy, and gets very popular, has millions or billions or trillions of followers, and becomes super famous as the hunter influencer dude. And that's where it struck me again with the names. I wanted to give these characters like German names. I wanted to go like as I said, German Empire. So the emperor in that world is called the Kaiser. And I thought the dude is a Sigma dude. And I thought, oh, there is a German name, Sigma. I think you have the same in Sweden or something. It's a Nordic name, Sigma. And I think that is the perfect pun. This guy's name is Sigma. Or American English should say Sigmar. There's an R, which you in British English wouldn't pronounce much. And he is the dude. He invented the Sigma look with an R, mind you. And that was that. And then the idea was, okay, so what happens now? Now there is this emperor who then might call him, or give him the post of imperial huntsman or whatever. And so he has to now start hunting, although he has no idea, never handled a gun in his real life. And that would be the funny thing, that he is a complete poser and he's very concerned about his appearance and to look good, but he has no idea about hunting, but he has to hunt now because, of course, if the Kaiser asks you to hunt, not doing so naturally means treason, and you don't want to go there, right? And that is the setup, basically. He also, of course, gets a character with him. Originally, I had an alien. I started off with fungus as the initial idea, so I had this alien here. Then I gave him a different There's a different outfit. There's another outfit. But I felt like yellow. Yellow is a harmless color, and I always thought like if he's yellow, he looks cute and kind of nice. Didn't really click, and I don't know how I got to this again. Yeah, I was thinking mollusks, which is basically all the animals, like slugs and snails and octopuses and squids are all mollusks, and somehow he had to be a mollusk because I just didn't think mollusk is the most alien creature on Earth as we know it. It's got like 7 brains, 1 brain for each damn tentacle almost or something, and so it has to be a mollusk. And so I thought, what if I make him just look a bit more mollusk-like, you know? And then I had this idea. Where is that? Can I hide this guy here? Yep. So that would be the natural state of the mollusk, of course. This one only having 6 arms. I just did that actually 6 arms because I was too lazy to draw 8. 4, 5, 6, yeah. But he somehow completely digs these kind of old-fashioned uniforms, and to assimilate more with humans, he normally slips his arms into a uniform and he looks like this. Where is he? And that worked perfectly because now he has 2 arms, 2 legs, and the 2 other arms at the back, they look like tails from his tailcoat. So he blends in as looking more human. And that is the other character. And then there is, of course, a robot, which is very heavily based on Alice. So instead of a ball, it's just this kind of pressure bottle. It looks like an old Japanese rice cooker, actually. And I wanted him to look kind of really old because he is really old. He's hundreds of years old because it's part of the inheritance that the main character got when he inherited all that gear from his great-great-great-grandfather, including this guy. And his name will be Eisenhart, which is a nice wordplay. It's German. Eisen means iron, and hard, of course, as in English, means hard. So it's like kind of a perfect name. And that's the setup here. And here's the Emperor, by the way, yeah, who is a jolly nice fellow who loves the hunt. That's why he has a hunter to bring all his trophies to him, because he, of course, being an emperor, is too busy and cannot really hunt himself, but he loves the hunt. He wants to hear every detail of every hunt that Sigma does. And he kind of lives through that hunt then by hearing these tales and looking at the trophies he's got on the wall. That is the setup. And what I have now is, I have been very creative. Yeah, can you see this? This is 1 full season of scripts. Yeah, you can see the titles. It's fine. First one's called Meisterjäger. It's of course a bit of a punny nod towards a certain alcoholic beverage. Paranormal Activity, One Shell of a Hunt, Die Hardly, Hunt for the Red Octobaron, Shell Shock, The Broly Grail, Eisenstein, Mission Insufferable, The Pastra Stratagem, The Trouble with Nibbles, and Competition. And you should know what I'm punning there. And then Silent Night, Violent Fight, so that the episode 12, of course, will be seasonal and will be a holiday one. And you already get the hint. The plan is to release this one episode a month. The episodes will be short. The pilot is about 11 pages, so that's about 8-9 minutes. It's a longer one. The rest is all around 6 pages, so we're talking 4 or 5 minutes. Short episodes, but it's 12 of them. This time around, I will publish this stuff on YouTube, on X, on Insta, maybe whatever other platforms are out there. What's this thing called with the blue sky and threads, and I don't know. It's out there. Let's get it out. I even have made pages already. So this is for Pixelblast with all the characters introduced and stuff. And this is on my blog page. It's not published yet. It's not out there yet. This is still a draft. As soon as I start posting maybe snippets of the first episode or something, then I probably will put this out. Then it's kind of the official launch in a way, because then I can put out proper vlog episode and everything for this series. And as I mentioned, this thing will be out there entirely. You will be able to watch it once it's done. I will make merchandise in case you want to have a t-shirt or phone case or something. Well, that is that. Finally something to put out there once it's done. and not just put it into a festival just for them to ditch me. And yeah, it's great. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's really funny. I think you will enjoy it. And finally, I can have a final product where I feel like this is presentable. Plus, I can put it in front of you as is, no nonsense. However, having said that, I'm still thinking of like, I will release 1 episode a month. That is the plan. I might put only 720p versions on YouTube, and if you want the full HD glory, you might have to purchase them. Or maybe the other idea could be, I will release the 12 episodes, 1 episode a month over over a year. If you want to binge watch it and have everything right away, you can maybe buy the whole season in one go, or half a season in one go. That these are options I could still do, maybe, so I could get a little bit back, for the effort I put into it. We'll have to see how that goes and whether people are even interested in shelling out any money for that, But anyway, this is all I have to tell you for today, and stay tuned. You might want to check out my blog every now and then, because sometimes I just might do a blog post when doing a vlog is a bit too much work or there's not that much to talk about. Stay tuned, check out my different threads, feed, whatever. I'm pretty active on X and mostly YouTube as well. And then my blog. Although I know it feels like an anachronism who's blogging these days anymore, but I still do, and I just want to keep that on the site. And if you want to know how things are going, the blog is one of the first places to check out how far production has come. See you. Bye-bye.